Secretary of State for Transport, who's a tremendous Shadow Secretary of State for And we need a Labour government because we need to save the National Health Service, don't we? This summer, the figures were revealed that over 4 million people are now on the waiting list. When Labour were in government, something like 60,000 people had to wait on a trolley in a corridor beyond 4 hours. Completely unacceptable. But where was it was 60,000 under Labour, under the Tories, it's now 360,000 people waiting on trolleys in corridors. And many of you will have relations, and perhaps some of you yourselves work in the NHS, perhaps some of you are GPs, or you've got family members who have gone off to work in the NHS. You know as well as I do that because of the cuts, the underfunding and the privatisation agenda, the NHS is on its knees. And we need a Labour government to put the NHS right. So thank you for your support. Let me just say one final thing.
The student fees.
We're going to get rid of student fees as well. Yes, we're going to get rid of the tuition fees. But look, I don't want to steal all of Jeremy's best lines. So let me just say one final thing. I'm very proud to represent Leicester, a tremendously diverse city, a city where you can literally walk down the street. There'll be a mosque, a gurdwara, a Hindu temple, a synagogue, a church, all within yards of one another. I go to Eid celebrations, indeed at Ramadan. I even fast for a day, only a day, at Ramadan. Maybe I'll do 30 days, inshallah. But we celebrate all the different religious festivals, and we all come together as a united city in Leicester, and that is how it should be. And that is what the Labour Party is all about. It's bringing communities together and standing up for every community. And there's one final thought is, these Eid celebrations, they've been good family celebrations amongst your families and ours in Leicester. There's some parts of the world where unfortunately our brothers and sisters have not been able to celebrate Eid in the way they should have been allowed to. And I don't want to run through all the various injustices in the world, but let me just reassure you that we are speaking out and raising the issue of the Rohingya community in mind. Thank you again, Sheikh, for putting on this tremendous Eid celebration. I'm sure Jeremy will be here soon, because I've run out of things to say. Thank you very, very much. Have a good evening. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. And I'll see you all at the Labour Party conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Really appreciate that.
Thanks very much, Sheikh. It's very, very good of you to invite me, and it's an absolute utter pleasure to be with you for this celebration. We serve the same sorts of communities, and he's absolutely right when he says it's a joy to see the multi-faith nature of our community is reflected here tonight. My community in Middlesbrough is exactly the same, and it's an absolute joy. But it's also, I feel it's an obligation upon politicians such as myself, and it's curious, isn't it, that where we have good family communities as we have in our Labour constituencies, there you will find good evidence of multi-faith working as Jonathan has outlined. So he's absolutely right in what he says, but we have a huge job ahead of us. We did so much better than we ever anticipated at the last general election. It came as a very pleasant surprise, and we say it that way. But my goodness, we were so close, and we know that the nature of British politics has changed, and it isn't going back. People have had more than enough of this austerity regime since 2010, and we cannot allow that to continue any further. We've got a huge challenge coming up with the withdrawal bill, and just to explain a little bit about that, because some people will be concerned that, and will try to make mischief and misinterpret that what the Labour Party is about moving away from the decision that the British people made. I voted and campaigned to remain in the European Union. People in this room will be of similar mind. There'll be those who took a different view. The decision has been made. But what we're not prepared to do in the Labour Party is tolerate this bill that is the most monstrous constitutional outrage, which takes such power, not from the European Union, but hands it straight to ministers, so unhappy that they would do the decent thing by our country and our communities and protect these rights. And my goodness me, if the European Union referendum was about anything, It was about making our country sovereign, so we were told, were we not, at great length. But that sovereignty cannot rest in the hands of the executive. It must be in our parliament, with our elected representatives, to hold government to account. That's what it's all about. It's about the checks and balances. So you'll see an awful lot about this over the next several days, but I just wanted Sheikh to explain the position of the party so that people could be in no doubt. And then I can spend the next 40 minutes giving you an account of our plans in transport. Jonathan's doing an incredible job in health, and he's got the immense challenges. My pleasure and my privilege is to develop and lead the policy, transport policies of the Labour Party, and the principal one amongst them is going to be the very thing that so many people want in our country, which is a return of our railway system into public ownership. And that's exactly what the incoming Labour government will do. We need to see our communities connected. We need to see a fairer distribution of infrastructure development across all your communities up and down the country. We know how badly served some places are. There's a great deal for us to do. I'm really looking forward to this challenge that's ahead of us. We've got a great conference coming up in Brighton. I think this is going to be very, very different to the conferences we've had in the past. And I'm looking forward to seeing many of you there and engaging with you once again. So Sheikh, many, many thanks for inviting me to speak, and thank you for inviting me here tonight to join with the celebrations. It's a delight to be here, and I wish you all a lovely evening and look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for Andy, please? A bit louder than that, Andy, to learn more than that. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a very, a man who's behind all this, a man behind all the Labour Party. May I ask, a man, last year we came here and there was £25 million debt. But this man has done a splendid job, and that's all being cleared. May I ask Ian McNichol, the General Secretary, to come up on stage, please.
Right, I'll be brief. Jeremy's going to be a little bit late because there's a number of votes that are taking place, so I don't know if we want to have a little bit of a break after a couple of speeches, and then Jeremy will come in. We're just trying to work through the exact timing. But as Andy was talking about, there are a number of really important votes coming up in the House of Commons this afternoon. So I'd just like to say a big warm welcome. Many of my friends are within the room, and for those of you who are here for the first time, a warm welcome to the Labour Party headquarters. I just want to touch on two things. The general election, we had a fantastic result. We didn't win, but we moved forward. What we now need to do is take it to the next stage. And I'd just like to personally thank Sheikh and all of your communities for the support that was delivered during that election. Out campaigning, out knocking on doors, delivering leaflets, talking to communities, to residents up and down the country. Absolutely fantastic. Our membership is now well over 550,000 members, which is amazing. We can build on that, and we have important elections next year in London, but not just in London, around many councils, and we're still selecting candidates. So for those of you who want to get involved in politics, want to get involved in campaigning, go back to your constituencies, get engaged in your constituencies, get involved in your constituencies, stand to try and get selected to be a councillor, and if you do, then we'll support you and work with you to be elected. So I'd just like to wish you all a really happy, prosperous and enjoyable Eid. Enjoy yourselves at Labour Party HQ tonight. Work with Showcat, with the other communities who are here tonight, and let's get out and win the next election. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Ian. Can we have a round of applause a bit harder for Ian, please? Ian works so hard. And we really appreciate your services, Ian. What you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much.
really good to have this Eid celebration here, and I really want to wish everybody a happy belated Eid Mubarak, and certainly Hajj Mubarak to those that have performed Hajj. And everybody knows Eid al-Adha is the feast of sacrifice, the big Eid, and certainly it's where, you know, mercy, love, peace, goodness, harmony, and at this time, you know, people visit families and friends, and Eid is a day of remembrance. And I want to put my record thanks to our leader, all the Labour Party for remembering my beloved son. Early on there was a 1 minute silence, but I also want to thank you in front of everybody, the leader writing to me and paying those condolences, the deputy leader, the secretary, the chair of the PLP, and all the Labour family. I really, really appreciate all the condolences that's been said about my beloved son, Councillor Nadeem Ali. Today, obviously, on behalf of Muslim Friends of Labour, welcome you all to Eid celebration at the Labour Party head office. And certainly, I know as there are over 3 million of Muslims living in United Kingdom, and certainly Muslims play a key part, key role in certainly in the economy.